Okay, today we're going to learn how to fillet a northern. And the stuff we're going to need here is a bag to put the entrails in when we're done. We got a glass bowl here to put the fillets in. We got a hammer if we want to smack him on the head so he don't flop around on you while you're filleting him. That's okay to use that. And I've got a pair of pliers to hold on to the fillets and my fillet knife. This fillet knife I've had since I was 12 years old, so it is 45 years old. And then this originally was about 7 inches long. Now it's been filed down just from sharpening it to just a little over 6 inches. And then this is a brand new 4-inch one that goes in one of my backpacks. And so I'll be using this a little bit today and this to skin the fillets. So anyway, here we go. This is a northern that your dad or your Uncle Brad speared today. And so I'm going to clean it. So first thing, if we want to hit it in the head, just right here with a ball peen hammer, and that'll keep it from flopping. So now what we want to do first, make our first cut, is under the gill plate and kind of go forward to get all the meat that we can. Then here, usually I do this laying down. I'm going to try to do it standing up so you can see it on the camera a little bit better. I'm going to go just through the skin, all the way down to the back, to this back fin. And then we're going to stick it all the way through. And you can feel the backbone. And go all the way down to the tail. And then we're going to come back and work a little bit deeper. And then you can hear it on the backbone. Now some people just take their knife and cut all the way through and cut the backbones out with the fillet, but I like to work around the backbones. I haven't filleted any fish yet this year, so I might be just a little bit out of practice. Anyway, right about here we're going to cut down through the ribs. Just like that. Then I'm going to stick my knife through and cut all the way up to that bottom fin. Work around that. Come all the way up. And there's the fillet on one side. Now I'm going to lay that over here on the newspaper. I'm going to flip them over and do the other side the same way. I'm going to cut down there. Then this here piece, I'm going to cut that off right away while I can grab onto it. Sometimes people use this for a piece of bait on a hook. And then I'm going to go right down the back again, to the back fin, go all the way through. And continue on down. Work my way down. Now there's a little set of bones that you go through called Y bones. And if your knife is sharp, you'll barely feel those. But you will feel the ribs. come down there and just keep seeing your knife blade just slides right along those bones. There. And that's the other fillet. I'll lay that over on the newspaper. So now this one's all done. Yeah, I got a little piece of skin there, but just about all the meat is off of there. So now he goes into the garbage bag. In the summertime we could bury him in the garden. So now this small knife here is mostly used for like bluegills and crappies and small fish. So I am going to switch to my larger knife to do the skinning. There. So now I'm going to lift up this back, grab a hold of it with my pliers. And I like the wider knife because I like to slide it back and forth. I'll reach up here and grab it again. There. Now I'll lift it off the skin. And there's the fillet. Now I'm going to lay this back. Well, I'll put it in the bowl for right now. Okay. Put that in there. Do the other one. Now, a lot of people don't like northerns because of all the bones in them. And you can really choke on those Y bones. But I will show you a couple different ways to take care of those. Here, got that one skinned off. Goes in the garbage bag. And we'll take this out to the dumpster. Okay, now on a fillet, right? You see this big line here, right above that line, right in here. You can feel those bones sticking up, and they go into a Y all the way along here. But right here where this fin starts, if you cut the fillet off right there, there's no bones in that piece. So that's a boneless piece. And then right on this, the main ridge, if you cut right there, everything from there on down is boneless. So I can cut that into 3 pieces for Grandma to fry up. Now on a big northern, which this is not, you can take, and then sometimes it helps if your knife isn't really sharp. Because if it's too sharp, it'll cut right through the bones. Now one way we used to do it is my mom, your great-grandma, would pickle this part. And when she pickled it, all the bones would dissolve up. But you see right here, I went down till I hit the Y, and then I went this way. And I peeled off this piece of meat. So that piece of meat is boneless. Now, and see, and this was just like a 2-pound northern. If you had a 10 or 12 pound northern, or even an 8-pound northern, this is much easier to do, and you would do it before you cut the other pieces off. And so on a bigger fish, this would end up being quite a bit bigger. piece of meat. So this here piece is pretty much boneless. Not completely, but pretty much. And then this has got all the bones in it. Now, some people will take, usually I throw this out, but some people take and cut this in half again and fry it real crisp, and then the bones, if the bones are cut up short. But normally this here little piece I toss out. So here again, I'll just show you quick on this one. Right where that fin starts, you can kind of see where it starts to taper. Cut that off. No bones in that. On this big line, cut all the way down. No bones in this. And this here piece, cut down till you hit the Y. And turn. No bones in that piece. And you can also just take and go like this on this one and get a little more sliver of meat off of there. There, that goes in the garbage. So, and here's all our boneless fillets from the Northern. So that is how you fillet a Northern.